Hey camera fans, if you've ever found yourself out taking pictures and the bag that you decided to bring was the wrong bag, well, maybe this video will help. Recently I discovered this. It's a Tenba BYOB, stands for Bring Your Own Bag. And it is the center of the solution for me constantly not having the right bag with me. A lot of times I would have a shoulder bag, but yet I keep my camera on my shoulder so it was getting in the way. I would have a bag that was too big or too small, or I would transfer my stuff from one bag to another and then find that what I really needed was in the bag that I left at home. And this solution, combined with a regular backpack, it doesn't have to be this backpack, and a regular drawstring backpack, has just been such a great solution. Let me show you how it works. So this is the Temba 10 and Tenba BYOB number 10 is what I'm trying to say. They have 3 or 4 different sizes, and they're really designed to be put into a different bag. And it doesn't even have to be a camera bag. It has a lid. If you wanted to close it down, you can see that mine is kind of shaped like my bag, but you could zip it up if you needed to. It has a big pocket back here, and another purpose for this back pocket is to store the lid, to keep it from flapping around. That's where I keep my lid most of the time. It has a zipper compartment right here. It has no pockets on the inside, but it has 2 pockets on the front, and then it has these elastic pockets on either side. You can adjust these inserts wherever you want. I have them all moved over to one side to fit a lens, a camera, and then whatever it is I might be bringing for the day. But I can fit all of this stuff on the table here and then either put it in a drawstring backpack or my larger backpack and fit even more gear, like my laptop and my iPad and my gimbal if I'm going to be doing any videotaping with my phone. So let me show you how this works. This is a 7200, which fits all the way down perfectly flush with the top. So this can go over and protect the camera from hitting the top of the lens. On this side, you can stick whatever you want. The gimbal fits pretty nicely. I have this adjusted up high to protect the camera from the gimbal. Or you could put whatever you're going to use for the day. Another lens, maybe some flashes. That fits nicely right in there. Then I carry around this rain gear thing, which is kind of a disposable plastic bag that fits around my camera. I tuck that right up in here because I only anticipate using it if I'm in a downpour and I want to continue to shoot. So it's kind of an emergency thing that I'm not going to need very often. I carry around a flash stand and some extra cards. And then I carry a couple charging cords because I also carry a backup battery. That backup battery fits nicely right in the front along with the cables. So really nice package there. I carry around a external mic recorder. This is a stereo recorder. I use this if I'm shooting some time lapse. Sometimes it's nice to have some live sounds coming from the actual time lapse, and that usually works out pretty nicely. So I keep that in the side pocket, and then over here I have a couple extra batteries that I keep in the other side pocket. So all that fit nicely, and there's still room for my camera. Now this is an A7 with a battery pack and a what do I have on here? 2470, so not small. This is a Peak design. They call it a shell. I usually just keep it on there. Usually if I'm walking around with my camera and I'm not going to shoot for a little while, or I'm going to go to a restaurant or something and I only have my camera, I put this on to protect it from banging into things. But that fits right in perfectly, and you can see I put it sideways so it rests right against this, which is right on top of the lens. So all that fit in there, and there's room for more stuff in these pockets if I wanted there to be, but I really don't need it. So now I can take this and I can decide, well, I'm going to put it in here and do a longer trip, or a trip that I'm going to need my laptop and my iPad, or maybe just my iPad. Or I can put it right in here for a day trip. So let me show you this first. This is a Mochi Bag. It's called the Mochi brand. And it's a drawstring backpack, and you can use about any drawstring backpack. I like this one for some design features that they've incorporated into the bag. So it's got thicker rope than most, and that makes it just more comfortable. It's got a nice pocket here where I can keep some extra stuff. I guess I've got some stuff in here already, so some cards, a lens cloth, and it goes all the way in. You can see how far my arm goes up in there. And then of course the drawstring feature, which just cinches it down tight really easily, and then it has this positive clip. It acts as a handle if you needed a handle, or it acts as a security clip. Nobody's getting in there when you're not paying attention. You'll hear it click. And they also put a whistle on here, which I thought was kind of corny at first, but I've actually used it a few times for wildlife, to get an animal to look in my direction. That's really all that I've ever used it for. So, also this thing slides up and down to make the handle larger or smaller, depending on your needs. So this has just worked out to be a great drawstring backpack. Like I said, any drawstring backpack will do. So if we take the Tenba BYOB loaded with my gear, it fits really nicely right in here. And most of the time, the camera's not in it. So I've got this on my back. Sometimes I'll carry an extra lens, maybe a wide angle, but you can see how nice and narrow it is. And when the camera's not in there, it hardly weighs anything. So you end up kind of forgetting that it's even on your back, but your gear is there if you need it. It is the right size bag for just a day trip or a quick hike. Now, I can also, I'm sure you know where this is going, pull the insert out and put everything into this bag. So this is a Timbuk2 Up Town. It matches the Mochi Bag pretty nicely. Same color scheme and the same type of heavy duty nylon. We take the Mochi Bag and roll it and stick it down into the largest back compartment on the bottom. It'll fit down on the bottom there really well and provide some cushion for the BYOB insert. So we stick that in there, and then I've got room for more stuff, but I've still got my smaller bag if I need it. I chose this Uptown because it's exactly the same size as the BYOB number 10. So you can see it fits really nice. We've got a little pocket up here to keep sunglasses. It's kind of a soft lining in there. We've got another pocket on the front here to put other stuff, and you can see there's plenty of room in there. We're really not stretching the bag anywhere near its limits. None of the zippers bind up because they're maxed out. And then there's one more pocket in the very front that I can stick my hand down in there. There's plenty of room. Now here's another neat thing about this Uptown that I really like. If you ever travel on an airplane, this is called the TSA friendly laptop compartment. It just folds out completely backwards. It'll fit a 15-inch MacBook and an iPad Pro with room to spare. So not even tight. It'll go right through the scanner thing at the airport, and then when you're on the other side you can just zip it right up. And it all sits in the back of the pack here, provides a nice flat surface for the padding against your back. And again, because the area that the laptop occupies is pleated back here, it doesn't take up any room on the front of the bag. You've still got all this space. So you end up with this nice package that you can easily pull around. And in here is all your gear, and if you decide to leave this big case with your laptop and everything in your car or your friend's house or your hotel or wherever you are, you can just pull the string backpack out, stick the insert in, and you're ready to go. But yet you still have room for all your gear in this larger bag if you needed it. So this has been an amazing solution for me. I hope it gave you some ideas maybe for some existing bags, or using unconventional bags like a backpack or a drawstring backpack as an actual camera bag. So thanks for watching. If you have any comments or there's products that, that you really like, please leave them in the reviews, because I always love seeing new products. And please subscribe. I post new videos all the time. Thanks again for watching.